So hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 20 of our F1 Manager 24 save here on the channel. Now if you didn't go and watch the last episode, go back and watch it in Austin, Texas. As that came out, I was actually in America, but we did manage to finish 6th and 7th. Lawson in P6, Fittipaldi in P7. Verstappen won the Grand Prix from Checo Perez. We did have some late red flag drama as well. It was a decent race all in all, and we're scoring solid points, and more importantly, outperforming Mercedes at the moment. If we have a look, with 5 races left to go, we are just 34 points behind Mercedes. If we got P4, that would be some achievement, it must be said. Ferrari also leading the constructors from Red Bull, but it is close. Red Bull could still pip them to the title. Driver standings wise, Max Verstappen is still 41 points in front of Charles Leclerc. Carlos Sainz just about still in the fight. Lawson and Fittipaldi in P9 and P10. Just to show you the F2 drivers and constructors, it must be said Campos Racing doing particularly well this season in F2, and in F3 Campos Racing again 390 points. Driver standings wise, Dino Beganovic is on 239 points at this moment in time. This weekend we head to Mexico City. We have got a sun-drenched Friday, a wet Saturday and a cloudy Sunday, so we've got all the weather conditions you would expect. We don't get to see the previous race results. Car attributes, low speed and high speed cornering, very, very important round here. And it is, of course, 71 laps around the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. I thought I'd try and get that in there a little bit. But all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get through practice and I'll see you in qualifying for the Mexico Grand Prix. Well, we have just had a red flag at the end of qualifying. I'm not quite sure what's happened. I'm guessing it's Carlos Sainz who's gone off. And Carlos Sainz, if we just have a little look here, going into the stadium section, I believe it is, he just spins into the barriers. It's a tough, tough crash for Carlos Sainz, but it must be said, that is going to be the end of qualifying, I would suggest. Or is there time to restart? There is time to restart. We'll come back on the flying laps. Now, this is so interesting, because after that red flag, there is only us that's gone back out on track to see if we can possibly improve on our previous lap times. Now, it must be said at the moment, both cars are yellow through the first and second sectors. It might not be a run worth showing you, but I thought I'd show you just to show you that basically the AI didn't come out after the red flag. And as we can see, Liam Lawson going around the final corner. Is he going to manage to improve his lap time as he comes up to the line? He doesn't. It's going to be P6 for Liam Lawson and P10 for Enzo Fittipaldi. It's not been the worst qualifying session in the world. Very action-packed. Let's get to the strategy. But before we do that, Max Verstappen is on pole position, Piastri in P2, Charles Leclerc in P3, then comes Norris, Liam Lawson, Perez, Russell, Hamilton and Fittipaldi starting P10. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to try something incredibly different with Liam Lawson this race. He's starting in P6. We've got a lot of sets of fresh, soft compound tyres. I'm going to put them to use. We are going to do a free-stop strategy with Liam Lawson. We might change it halfway through, don't get me wrong, we might. But I'd just like to see whether it would work. Apparently, it's a little bit quicker than the 2-stop, but we'll see how it plays out. But P6, P10, let's get to 5 red lights.
I suspect that we'll all be closely following Charles Leclerc in this one.
Second row of the grid lining up third. That's a really strong chance of good points or even a podium here.
And it'll be exciting to see just what will happen here today. What will happen next? We're about to find out at the Mexico City Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
And away we go, and straight away we are looking at Liam Lawson, who's got off to a decent start. He's got a jump on Perez and he's now looking at the back of Lando Norris. We will ride on board with Liam Lawson, who's giving it the absolute beans into turn 1. Will he be able to make a move not only on Norris but on Piastri as well? He's round the outside of Piastri. That will turn to the inside and then the outside once again, and it looks like Piastri has just done enough to hold him off at this moment in time, whereas Enzo Fittipaldi's already up to P8. He's past Lewis Hamilton and he's past Yuki Tsunoda. And having a look now at the back of the Red Bull of Checo Perez. Verstappen leads away from Leclerc, but what a start from Liam Lawson, who runs wide. Is he going to be able to get back on track? He is, just a little bit. He says he couldn't do it, but he's managed to get past Lando Norris, or keep the position from Lando Norris. Did he try a move on Piastri? We'd have to watch that again. But Liam Lawson, aggressive as ever at the start. not, and he's going to have to be on a free stop strategy. And Liam Lawson is fighting for the points paying positions today because he's got DRS on Lando Norris. I think no, it's actually Oscar Piastri down that long straight into the chicane, and it's job done. You can see two McLarens in the rear of a Lotus. That is what we like to see. Liam Lawson has already broke a second as well on Oscar Piastri. Piastri struggling for pace at this moment in time. Liam Lawson now full attack mode because he's got this free stop strategy, whereas Fittipaldi is just looking to tag onto the back of George Russell in that Mercedes. But Liam Lawson at the moment flying. Liam Lawson flying, but Lando Norris decided he'd had enough for Oscar Piastri, got past him, and then managed to get on the inside of Liam Lawson. You can hear him just lifting up a little bit. You can see nearly 300 kph there down the main straight, and then into the right-hander. He got the job done. Mega using Enzo Fittipaldi's little catchphrase there, but Liam Lawson now will be looking to try and tag onto the back of Lando Norris. We are just going to go a little bit more attacking on the tyres, but Fittipaldi as well looks like he's just got past George Russell, who's nearly taps his back right tyre, but fair play to Fittipaldi. That's decent work, and now he could possibly chase after Perez. Let's have a look at what Enzo has just done. We can see into this left-hander. Does he get the move done? He certainly does. It's a nice overtaking move that from Enzo Fittipaldi, the young Brazilian in the Brazilian coloured Lotus. He feels good, just as James Brown once said, and Enzo Fittipaldi now is chasing after Checo. We have had a bad few laps here. Let's just have a little look at this. George Russell, who's got a mechanical fault, I may add, has just managed to get past Fittipaldi. That early pace of this Lotus, we seem to be struggling a little bit now. And George Russell round the outside of Fittipaldi does manage to get the job done. Nice one, says George. It was nice, to be fair to George Russell, who's now broke a second on Fittipaldi. Fittipaldi's got to get his act together a little bit here and start pushing and chasing after George Russell. Meanwhile, Liam Lawson is down to P6. Checo Perez has got him. I don't know what has happened to Liam Lawson, but that early pace seems to have gone away. Lap 6. Fittipaldi's having a strange old race because look at this, he got DRS on George Russell, but then look at the run that Yuki Tsunoda gets down the inside. It's nearly free wide, but Tsunoda dives down the inside. It's brave from the Japanese driver. Fittipaldi runs a little bit wide, and it is nice indeed from Yuki Tsunoda. I cannot argue with that. You join us back where Liam Lawson's 3.4 seconds behind Piastri, and we are just keeping an eye on his tyres and everything because he, of course, has got that free stop. He's going to be on fresh rubber quite shortly, whereas Fittipaldi now has just got to tag onto the back of these really, and he can probably make these tyres last a little bit longer than he would have done. So at this moment in time, Fittipaldi all right in P9. It's pulling him away from Lewis Hamilton. Verstappen's leading, but Leclerc fighting him all the way, and we're going to watch this battle as Leclerc dives back down round the outside. Can he get the move done on Max Verstappen as they come through the first couple of chicanes? Let's have a little look here, and he does. Charles Leclerc is your new race leader. Lap 11, Fittipaldi's been doing some overtaking, and down the start-finish straight, he's managed to get past Yuki Tsunoda. DRS enabled, and it's a beautiful move from Fittipaldi. Nice camera work as well by F1 Manager. Fair play. It took him 20 episodes, but we've finally got a nice bit of camera work on a replay as we join back with Checo Perez attacking Charles Leclerc and getting the job done at his own Grand Prix. Checo Perez leads the Mexican Grand Prix from Charles Leclerc. We'll have a rundown on lap 11. It's Verstappen in P3, Norris and Piastri P4 and P5, Lawson in P6, then comes Fittipaldi in P7, Tsunoda P8, Russell P9, and then Lewis Hamilton in P10. Fittipaldi doing his utmost to try and break the DRS of Yuki Tsunoda. Fittipaldi has lost a position to Yuki Tsunoda, and I think something a little bit worse has happened after this because we can see Tsunoda ducks to the inside, then dives to the outside, but I think at this point then, Fittipaldi runs wide. If we just have a little look, he does. He runs wide into turn 1. Tsunoda enjoyed that because now you can see that Fittipaldi's right under pressure from the two Mercedes. That has not been a good couple of corners, and now George Russell fancying a move into the stadium section. Will he manage to get past him? Not quite yet, but Fittipaldi under a lot of pressure here. Liam Lawson is coming in a couple of laps' time. And Fittipaldi has lost 2 positions. We said he was under pressure. My word, have a look at this. We've got 2 Mercedes, 2 silver arrows, one down the inside, one down the outside. And hopefully, is he going to switch back? No, it isn't. We can't. Oh, it is going to switch back. And you can see that we've got 2 silver arrows now in front of us rather than behind us. My word, attacking in formation. And one man who isn't attacking in formation is Logan Sargent riding down in P20. Let's have a little look at what he's just done, spinning out Logan Sargent doing Logan Sargent things. We've had to make a bold call, and both Lotuses will now be doing a free stop race. We're just going to tell Liam Lawson to box this lap just so that we don't forget. But Fittipaldi is into the box. My word, I hope we've been doing some pit stop practices between the last race and this one, because we are going to need it. Let's have a little look at what happens here. Is it a decent stop for the Team Lotus car? 2.4 seconds. That is not bad at all. Fittipaldi is going to trundle out. I mean, that running wide just killed his tyres, so we had to get him in. And Liam Lawson's going to come out now. Where is Fittipaldi going to come out? He's going to come out right at the back, just in front of Alexander Albon. So Albon's really out of this. But now Fittipaldi has got to get moving on these tyres. Now he's got to make this count. Liam Lawson will be in at this lap. And Liam Lawson is in. Lap 17. Lawson and Tsunoda both pitting. Is Tsunoda going to try the free stop as well? Because our tyres, we just can't take it at this moment in time. You can see Fittipaldi's already coming up to the back of Zhou Guanyu and Logan Sargent. Are we going to get a decent pit stop for Logan Sargent? We are. 2.5 seconds. We are doing rather well at this moment in time. He's gone onto the hards as Yuki Tsunoda. It's us that's definitely trying the free stops today. Lawson comes out in P13 ahead of Ocon. He's in a nice gap there, Liam Lawson. With that has gone really well. Fittipaldi is already attacking. I believe this is Zhou Guanyu. Let's just see. Is he going to be? He's going to get past him. Beautiful work from Fittipaldi, who's trying to make these soft compound tyres work. Liam Lawson is out into P14, and Fittipaldi is... Let's have a look. Where is Fittipaldi? It was Logan Sargent's up next. He might be able to get him here. We're going to ride on board with Fittipaldi if we can get the move, and we can. There's some bad camera work going on here. I do apologise. It's been 2 weeks since I've last recorded a video. But Fittipaldi now up into P19 and has got a little bit of space before he gets to Magnussen. So that's fair play to him. Liam Lawson in P14, now looking at the back of Esteban Ocon. And Liam Lawson has got Esteban Ocon. Great work from Liam. He got the DRS. He got to make the pass on Ocon. He certainly did. And I think just as we got towards the stadium section as well, he managed, I don't know if he managed to get DRS, but I think the car in front of him pit is Fernando Alonso, I believe. Did he get DRS there, Liam Lawson? He didn't. Oh, he did. He did get DRS. So Liam Lawson getting a help in a DRS, and he's pushing on nicely now, Liam. Fittipaldi, P18, and he's now attacking. That's Pierre Gasly, and he's past him. Beautiful work from Fittipaldi. He's making it count at the moment on these new soft compound tyres. We're just going to calm it down for both cars now, but the free stop, let's see if it's going to work. Fittipaldi and Lawson both working their way through the field, and Fittipaldi, look at the run he gets out of there. Beautiful work. Fittipaldi into the stadium section, already got the job done, just about keeps it within track limits, which has been a little bit of a problem for him today, but he's now up into the top 10. Liam Lawson into P8 and still on nice fresh soft compound tyres. We might be able to make this work now. Fittipaldi P10, Lawson P8. Fittipaldi again, another overtake, DRS enabled, down the start, finish straight. I believe this is for P8. And there we go, Fittipaldi, lovely work. Now let's just have a little look at what's happened here, because now we can see the front runners are pitting. Verstappen and Perez have been running away with it, to be fair. But when the McLarens pit, they are going to be behind us, so we're quite happy the way this has gone so far. Piastri and Norris still yet to pit. Oh, Norris has pit, sorry. Norris is on the hard compound tyre. He must have just pit. So Lawson 10 seconds behind Norris. Piastri is yet to pit. We should come out in front of Piastri, I would suggest, with one, if not both cars. But both Red Bulls are into the pits. They had time to double stack as well. Got out on the optimal lap. Decent from the Red Bull team, but P6 and P7 not to be sniffed at. Piastri's made his pit stop, and Piastri is looking rather rapid. He's on the hard compound tyre. You can see Fittipaldi trying to just hold him off a little bit, but Piastri managed to get the job done. Fair play to Oscar Piastri. I'm sure there wasn't too much Fittipaldi could do about that, to be fair. As we just cut back to the live action, we can see Tsunoda as well overtaking Fittipaldi. That new burst of tyres is just starting to run out, because we can see again, same move really. Tsunoda down the start, finish straight, gets the job done. And Fittipaldi struggling a little bit at this moment in time. As we cut back to the live action, Fittipaldi now 2.2 seconds behind Tsunoda. Lawson, though, 11 seconds behind Lando Norris. He's looking after his tyres a little bit better than Fittipaldi at this moment in time. But everybody's pit now for the first time, so we'll have a rundown just as we come up towards probably a third of the distance, maybe a little bit less than that, to be fair. Leclerc and Verstappen still battling for the lead. Perez P3 with the fastest lap. Norris P4, Lawson in at P5. Then comes Piastri, Sainz, Tsunoda, Fittipaldi and Stroll make up the top 10. Lap 32, Oscar Piastri managing to get past Liam Lawson. We've seen a lot of this same highlight today, it must be said. DRS, very, very prominent round here. Keep an eye on the Ferrari as well, who just doesn't quite manage to make the move. He gets boxed in a little bit, but that's decent work from Oscar Piastri. Lovely stuff. I wish he had played some sound on that helicopter cam, I really do. But Fittipaldi is boxed in this lap. He's down in P10 at the moment, whereas Liam Lawson under a lot of pressure from Carlos Sainz. Fittipaldi in to the pits. He couldn't wait any longer. His tyres were dead. He was struggling for pace. He's had to come in. 2.7 second stop for Fittipaldi. Now let's have a look. We've got Bottas just coming out of the final corner. Alonso just coming out of the final corner. Where is Fittipaldi? He comes out ahead of behind Max Verstappen, of course, who's just been lapped. But that is a decent stop. We're going into some clean air again. Hopefully. I mean, what is he doing? He's slowed down to let Carlos Sainz go, or Charles Leclerc, and he's in turn lost a position to Valtteri Bottas. Fittipaldi, not really good that for him. Liam Lawson will be in the next couple of laps. Liam Lawson is in to the pits now, 25 seconds. It's going to be interesting to see where Liam Lawson comes out here. Fittipaldi has been pushing on to try and keep up. Oh, he's managed to get past Bottas. But let's have a look at this pit stop for Liam Lawson. We've been pretty flawless, to be fair, so far today with the pit stops. This is going to be the commentator's curse now, is it not? It's not. It's a decent pit stop again, 2.7 seconds. They are getting a bit tired, these boys, and bearing in mind they've still got another 2 pit stops to go. But Liam Lawson, where is Daniel Ricciardo? Daniel Ricciardo coming down the start-finish straight. Liam Lawson is out in front of him onto a fresh set of medium compounder tyre. Now it is time for him to use these tyres. Fittipaldi's got some work to do as well, and he's just let him go. And that is very, very strange. We're having some very strange occurrences on the pit exits at this moment in time. But Liam Lawson now behind Daniel Ricciardo. And now he's got to overtake him. Enzo Fittipaldi again coming back strong. We managed to get past Daniel Ricciardo. That is a ballsy move, that, into the stadium section. Fair play to Enzo Fittipaldi. Great work from him. He's enjoying himself on these medium tyres. I'm inclined to agree at times, Enzo. I'm inclined to agree. Liam Lawson's been burning these tyres up beautifully. Really pushing on at this moment in time. He's nearly caught up to the back of Lewis Hamilton. So Liam Lawson doing rather well. We do need to look after these tyres a little bit better than that, but we can start managing this in a little while. Whereas Fittipaldi looking after him nicely. He's got Daniel Ricciardo. He'll probably have one last go at him, and then I think we'll drop him with Fittipaldi. So both cars now lap 41. We've got 30 laps to go. P10 and P11 at the moment. Liam Lawson is on the charge. Let's have a little look, because he's got the DRS, and you can see there's a Mercedes in front of him. That's Lewis Hamilton. He's got past Yuki Tsunoda beautifully there, Liam Lawson, so fair play to him. That's great. And then now we can see the Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton. Now let's just have a quick look, because as we flash back to the live action, Liam Lawson now has actually managed to get past Lewis Hamilton. He's 4 seconds ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Lap 49, let's just have a look at the tyre situation. 57% mediums and 55% mediums. Sainz is just coming into the pits for Ferrari. Let's just keep an eye on this pit stop, because I'd like to see where he comes out in relation to Liam Lawson, if I'm honest. So let's have a little look at this. Into the pits comes Carlos Sainz for Ferrari. Is it going to be a decent stop? It looks like it is going to be. Decent stop for Ferrari. Liam Lawson just coming out of the stadium section. Sainz is going to be well in front of him. So that's not ideal at all. P10 for Fittipaldi. He should get some points today. Still got another couple of stops. We are going to be very, very quick at the end of this Grand Prix. Now we are under virtual safety car for a Logan Sargent crash at turn 12. Now let me just show you the crash first, because we are going to come in under this virtual safety car, and as you can see, he goes spinning out. He's lucky that didn't cause a full core safety car. That would have been ideal for us, really. But let's just have a little look at what situation this plays into us. I mean, he's pretending to be shocked. He's seen this a million times before. But both Lotus cars, this is about the time we were going to pit anyway. So this suits us down to the ground now, because both cars are coming in at this lap. We're just going to start harvesting a little bit of battery. Fittipaldi has already been in and pit by the looks of things. So Lawson is in. He must have been close to the pit entry. So Fittipaldi, we're just going to start charging his battery up for this final assault as he comes out in P11 now. Liam Lawson, does he get a decent stop here? Let's hope he does. This will be a clean sweep of pit stops. That is good work from the Team Lotus guys. We've got to celebrate that, because that has been flawless from the Team Lotus pit crew all afternoon. Now, is Liam Lawson going to give way to this car behind him? I'm hoping the Alpine's going to get out of the way here on pit exit. Let's have a look. So he's going to be P7 now. He's going to be 18 seconds, is he? No, he's not 18 seconds in front of Hamilton. Hamilton's just behind him. So we're going to conserve everything, charge up the battery. We are now in a very, very decent position. It's 17 seconds the gap to Hamilton. at the moment, who's a lap down. Could be very, very interesting. The end of this Grand Prix. We'll come back when we're back to green flag running. Fastest lap of the Grand Prix for Liam Lawson. We're back to green flag running and we are pushing on. We just wanted to make sure that we gapped Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton's on used medium tyres. Fittipaldi has got 12 seconds to catch Lance Stroll. He's got to get his foot down a little bit here, Fittipaldi. He's been told to push to try and catch the Canadian driver who's got a fault in his car. I expect points for Fittipaldi today, who's pushing on at this moment in time. I don't want to completely kill his battery. But 15 laps to go. Verstappen leads from Leclerc. Perez in P3. I mean, look how many cars have been lapped. Everybody from P8 downwards has been lapped. And you wouldn't put it past Liam Lawson getting lapped either. 15 to go. We said he got 12 seconds to catch. 12 seconds he has caught. He's managed to get past Lance Stroll. Beautiful work from Enzo. He's now into the points, but it must be said the tyres on Lance Stroll's car are not that worn, and it must be said these soft compound tyres do wear quite a bit. I'm hoping Fittipaldi now can try and push away a little bit and get away from Lance Stroll. Bearing in mind he has got that technical issue. Sorry, God, I'll try and get it out the third time we're asking. But he has nearly gapped him already. So Liam Lawson's now just bringing the Lotus home. Fittipaldi just got a little bit of a race on his hands, but he seems to have done enough to cover off Lance Stroll. Lap 65, 10 seconds the gap. Verstappen to Leclerc. So final lap of the Grand Prix then for Max Verstappen. Final lap of the Grand Prix for Enzo Fittipaldi, who, remember, has been lapped. And now we're very, very aware we have got to attack Yuki Tsunoda on this final lap to try and get P9. He dropped Lance Stroll, but he's got round Tsunoda beautifully there. And he's been aggressive again on the tyres now. He's going to get another helping of DRS. You get a double DRS helping, and he's pushing on to try and possibly get P9. This would be, and to be honest with you, it's job done. I mean, he must have forced Tsunoda a little bit wide there, but Fittipaldi, beautiful work from him. Liam Lawson just making sure that he can bring this car home. We are just going to conserve a little bit of fuel for Enzo Fittipaldi, but Liam Lawson is just coming up to the line. Has he been lapped? He hasn't been lapped, Liam Lawson, so he's got one more lap to go, so we'll keep an eye on that in a little while. Verstappen has won the Mexican Grand Prix from Charles Leclerc, but Fittipaldi, who has been lapped, this will be his final lap, and as he comes around the final couple of corners into the stadium section, it has been a very decent race for Enzo Fittipaldi. We've made the free stop work, ladies and gentlemen, and that is credit to our pit crew. But Fittipaldi comes around the final couple of corners through the stadium section, and Enzo Fittipaldi is going to score more points in his rookie year for Team Lotus F1 as he comes across the line. Fair play to Fittipaldi. Liam Lawson on track. Whereabouts are you, my friend? You're just coming round that final sector, so we'll just speed that on a little bit. But Liam Lawson, it's another impressive performance from the young Kiwi driver. Of course, in for Daniel Ricciardo in real life now. But Liam Lawson, it's more points. It's got to be said, should we have signed him for another season on these performances? Let me know down in the comments. But that has been a decent Grand Prix for Team Lotus.
Well, Max Verstappen can add yet another podium to his already impressive record.
That's their 9th win of the season. I expect them to be showered with plaudits and more.
Showered with plaudits and more. Max Verstappen on the top step once again. There is absolutely no atmosphere, it appears, in Mexico at this moment in time. But Max Verstappen wins from Charles Leclerc. Perez in P3. Carlos Sainz, driver of the day. 18 places gained. Fastest lap. Fair play to you, my friend. Lando Norris P5, Piastri P6, Lawson, Hamilton, Fittipaldi and Tsunoda make up the top 10. Driver standings-wise, Verstappen extends his lead at the top to, I would suggest, that is 48 points. Let me know if my maths is correct. Leclerc in P2, Sainz in P3, just about keeping himself in it. Liam Lawson overtakes George Russell in the driver's standings, and Enzo Fittipaldi is in P10. Constructor standings-wise, Ferrari are still top by 22 points from Red Bull. McLaren in P3, Mercedes P4, but we did gain 4 points on them so far this weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed that. Please do like and subscribe. It's going to be an interesting end to the season. Let me know drivers for next year. Who should we be looking at? And I'll see you on the next one. Ta-ra.